Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be conducting a training class today. Um, Basically, it will be a fluency class, a class designed to develop your fluency and a class designed for you to practice speaking as much as possible. The topics we will be going over are on about our lives. So we will talk about our lives so far, talk a little bit about our birth and our childhood, a little bit about our families, a little bit about the work we've done, a little bit about our education and schools that we attended, and just some miscellaneous topics as well. So we'll be changing topics every once in a while, and it should be an interesting class. So that is the plan for today. Um, so let's see. Okay. So my life so far is what the topic is. And we will discuss it as soon as people come. So my name is Holly, and I am an English trainer. I started out in 1994. I taught in South Korea. I taught there for just under 2 years, and then I went to Illinois and got my master's degree in teaching English. Then I went to Finland for a 9-month contract, and I stayed there for 11 years. Came back to the States about 5 years ago and have been teaching English online since 2006. So I started teaching here at Verbling about 2.5, 3 months ago. And so this class will be a fluency class. It's a class designed for you to practice your speaking. Okay, so you will practice speaking in this class, and hope to see you soon as you arrive, and we can practice my native language, and we can talk about things that are familiar to you so that you can improve your fluency. So that is the plan for today. All right. I had some people reserve this class, so we'll see how many people actually show up. So, okay. Again, we will be going over discussion questions. This will be a fluency class designed to develop your fluency. The topic is on my life so far. And we will, normally I'll have some vocabulary activities or idioms, but this class I decided we would just start out discussing. So we'll talk about birth and childhood. We'll talk about the schools and the schools that you went to. We'll discuss your work and what you like about your work, how much work you do, and talk about your family. And also we have miscellaneous questions that we will go over. So that is the plan for today. And you're more than welcome to hop in and check out the class. So we will be discussing my life so far. So some of us are in our 20s, some of us are in our 40s or 50s, but we've all had similar and not so similar experiences. So it might be fun to compare how things are in different countries. So that is the plan for today. So that is the plan, that we will talk about different aspects of our life, and hopefully I can provide you feedback as you need it. So Hello, Sue. Are you coming into class? So would love to be able to talk to you about this topic. Again, the topic is my life so far. Let me show you the topic. Okay, so we will go through discussion questions. First, we'll talk about birth and childhood. Then we'll talk about school days. And then we'll talk about work. And we'll talk about family. And then we'll have miscellaneous questions to go through. Okay. So that is the topic for today. Just waiting for the first person to arrive. Okay. So just waiting for someone to come, and we'll discuss my life so far. So different aspects about our life. We'll start with birth and childhood, and school, and work, and family, and miscellaneous. That is the plan for today. So as we're waiting for the right people to join, you're more than welcome to like my page. I've got a Facebook page, and also I have a Verbling profile here. You're welcome to like and check out my profile. And here's the link for that. And then Facebook, it is Verbling Teacher Holly. I also offer private lessons, one-to-one tutoring sessions. Those will be in group sessions. I don't always correct people's grammar as much as I do in the private sessions, just because there's just groups, and in the groups I look for common trends that everybody is having. Where in the private sessions I'll zero in on each person's specific need. So anyway, so if you don't feel comfortable being on the live feed, you're welcome to take a class, a private class with me. So my life so far, and we will go through and answer these different questions. First one is, where were you born? Second one is, how did you get your name? That has to be interesting. Oh, good, Olga, somebody's here finally. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was getting I was wondering where people are. So yeah. So I bet it's even colder now in Michigan or Minnesota than it was a few hours ago.
But it was a sunny day, and hopefully it's getting warmer next week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I hope it is as well.
Because it's cold in the apartment as well. Today I had a day off and I was laying under the blanket, the whole day. I was trembling when I was getting up, so.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, and I have spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks under my blanket as well, or where I've got slippers that I'm wearing all the time on my feet. Because if my feet are warm, the rest of me is warm. So, yeah, I'm gonna check the website. Yeah, are you near St. Paul?
I am what?
Are you near? Where are you in Minnesota?
Minnesota Mankato.
Montgero?
Mankato.
Okay,
M-A?
Mankato. Okay,
Yes.
from Little House on the Prairie. Okay, where I am, it's minus 4.8, and okay, so Mankato is Mankayto.
No, M-A-N-A-T-O.
I got it. Mankato. Okay, and it's okay. Where I am, it's minus 4.8. Where you are, it's minus 12.6,
And it feels like?
and it feels like minus 13.
Okay.
So, wow.
It is closer to the reality. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you're much closer, and I just clicked on an ad. Are you familiar with this website? It's it's called Weather Underground, and you just type in the location what you're at,
No,
and
I have an app at my phone,
uh-huh.
the weather channel, and I just check the weather.
Oh yeah. Okay. And here for me it's minus 5.2,
It's not
and
so bad, so.
yeah, it's not. I can move it into Fahrenheit too. That's what I like, is it's Celsius and Fahrenheit. So, hi, Aaron. Hi, Caesar.
Hi
How are
there.
you? So we've got Aaron from Peru. Aaron, first of all, it's quite late for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, like 11 p.m. or
It's like
13 past
okay,
11.
okay, it's not that late. I was thinking later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you see the weather in where I'm at is quite cold, and where Olga is even colder. So what's it like in Peru?
Well, we are now like, in the southern hemisphere. Getting into, we're finishing actually spring and entering into
Into fall?
summer, summer season.
Huh? Okay, so you guys are. Oh, I was
Like a
asking
little
you
bit
where.
hotter.
Uh-huh.
We are like maybe 15 or 17 degrees Celsius.
So yeah, okay, that's what it pretty much says here. So
Yeah, yeah, something. I've seen that where you are there is -5 degrees.
yeah, minus 5 is what it was said. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that that must be rough or
yeah. Well,
something.
I think the rough one. Have you guys seen videos of what it looks like right now in Buffalo, New York?
Like a lot of snow or something.
Yeah. Let me show you guys a video. If you are you interested in seeing this?
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
yeah. Let's see if I can find it. I didn't save it to my page. It came out on my feed. Um, my computer is being weird too. Okay, Okay, I found it on Delilah's page, which she's a public figure. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Bear with me. I thought it was on her page, but this is one picture. Um, let's see. Um, okay, this isn't okay. This isn't okay. Wait a minute. Wait. This is the one right here. This is what Buffalo, New York looks like.
Wow.
And they're yesterday, today. So it's pretty bad, I think, over in that area.
Oh, in comparison to these pictures, in Mankato it is a nice weather.
Yeah. I mean, and we're even nicer than you guys as well. So I hate these advertisements. But yeah, I've always wanted to live in this kind of condition as long as I have enough food and clothing. Yeah, enough food, warm, enough wood and for the fire and stuff like that. It would be fine, totally fine to be stuck in my house and stuff like this. But if if it was like this and we lost power or something, that's where it becomes really bad. So anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that nobody in those conditions, weather conditions, nobody goes out if they don't have a car,
Let's
right?
hope. Let's hope. There was a video that I saw earlier of Buffalo where people were out in their cars trying to drive, and it was really bad. So, hey, Cesar, are you in Peru?
Hi, no, I'm from Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm always getting that. No, it's Aaron's in Peru. You're in Mexico, and it's probably warm in Mexico, right? Or is it cold?
Right, here it's 18
Okay.
Celsius degree. It's
Uh-huh.
nice weather.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. The learning goals I have for today is basically this class is to develop your fluency through speaking. And so that's the plan for today. Is that we will just talk. You guys will just talk as much as possible. And my goal is to write any feedback I have for you on the board. So not on the board, I mean on the Verbling chat. So check the Verbling chat. If somebody gets, for example, a real common mistake that everybody's been making since I started here at Verbling is people will say it depends of, but actually it depends on. So I'll just write that real quick on the board, on the Verbling chat. So please check that. And if you have any questions about what I've written, please ask me. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. So the first topic is about birth and childhood. So if any of the questions we have are personal, you don't want to answer, there's two things you can do, because all this is just language practice and speaking practice. One, you can make it up and not tell the truth. Or two, you can just say, I pass, I don't want to talk about this. So first one, Olga, where were you born?
I was born in Moldova. I was born in a different city. I used to live. Remember, I told you about Chisinau. It's the capital of the city, where I graduated, and I used to live last 10 years. But before I was born and I was raised in different city. Bendera.
Was it a small town?
It's small. It was a small city. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You said town was different. City, town.
Okay, the difference between a city and a town, I don't really know. It's basically on population, but even that. Cities, usually when you think of a city, you think of a big city, something that has a bus line, maybe even trains, has shopping malls and shopping centers, and things like that. When you think of a town, you think of small companies, no big shopping centers, and things like that. But in reality, in English, a city it depends on how it's registered with the state. Okay.
So yeah, it's a town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think in my as as I know.
Hmm.
In my country, we very defined with the definition of city or town has to do with the amount of people that are there and the services.
Services
Uh,
provided.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the main
Yeah.
reason to define.
But however, say it's not necessarily like that in the U.S. Even though that's pretty much what we can say. For example, I live in the town of Greenleaf. Greenleaf has 850 people in population. We have one store that is overpriced, so nobody goes there. One restaurant that is open until 3 in the afternoon. Some churches and a private school. Very,
You
very
said
small.
800.
850 people.
Wow, that's pretty
Okay.
small.
Yeah, however, it is called a city. My brother-in-law is a he works for the city of Greenleaf. So it's
Hmm.
very, very small. It's technically a town. However, based on how it is incorporated and how the money works, they call it a city.
Oh yeah, maybe it has to do also with money.
The government and the money and all that. However, I mean that's it in reality. However, most people would consider Greenleaf, where I live, a town instead of a city. Excuse me. So, okay,
Okay.
all right.
It seems
So
that you've got a cough,
I do.
a cold.
I'm starting to get something. I'm not sure what it is because I've been coughing I was sneezing a couple hours ago. So
Okay.
Caesar, where were you born?
I born in a city called Chihuahua, like the dog.
Okay, you were okay. You would say I was born. So I was born.
Sorry,
I was born.
I
I
born,
was born.
I born in Chihuahua.
You say I was born. So I was born in Chihuahua. So like the dog, does Chihuahua mean a dog in Spanish or?
No, Chihuahua is not a Spanish word. It's a word from a language of ethnicity that live here.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it means the join of two rivers because uh,
Rivers, yeah.
rivers
Hmm.
because in my city there are uh, the join of two rivers. So
Huh.
Chihuahua means that.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because I do think of it as a dog. So, do you guys ever joke that you live in a dog in the dog town or anything like that?
Yeah. So yes, of
And
course.
what a one dog town or something. So, Aaron, where were you born?
Well, I was born in the capital, like ugly city. More of the time over the year, we have gray clouds covering almost all the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have clear sky, maybe only at summer season.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it has been my city since I was born.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. And I was born in Idaho, about 5 miles from where I'm currently living. Most of my life, I have not lived in this area, and I've always heard that, 80% of Americans live within 5 miles of where they were born. And I never thought that I would be in that situation. So, so that's
Uh, why do you think is like that? Is this like that?
why do I think I never thought I would return home. So, but
And why, how, why would other people would we have to live this way, or saying that, as you said, that every 80% of the people don't live where they were born.
Oh no, it's the other way around. 80% of the people live 5 miles from where they were born.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, where I thought I was always different. And for most of my life, I was. So just in the last 5 years, I've moved back to this area. And so I never thought I'd be able to say that I was born. I live 5 miles from where I was born. So.
Okay.
All right. So, Olga, how did you get your name? So, why did your parents choose Olga? Or is that your name?
Because of my grandmother
Uh-huh.
on my mother's side, from my mother's side.
Okay.
So,
So, okay,
my grandmother's name is Olga, and I got this name because of her.
okay, awesome. So you would say my maternal grandmother. I was named after my maternal grandmother.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Caesar, how about you? How did you get your name?
According to my mother, my name was a suggestion from my grandmother, from my paternal grandmother.
Your paternal grandmother. So she suggested the name, and your mom your parents liked it.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Aaron, how about you?
Well, there has been has been chosen by this has been my father's choice, and I think he took the name from the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, as far as I know, that has been the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And what it means is that Aaron is the older brother of Moses,
Mm-hmm.
and is the great how do you say uh, well, like a
leader?
monk,
Prophet? Like a
something like
prophet
that,
or
like
priest?
priest, yeah, like a great priest.
Yeah.
That is what how is described Aaron in the Bible.
Yeah, that's right. Because Aaron was it was part of the priesthood. Something to
Yeah,
do with the priesthood. I don't remember completely, but yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And I was named. Basically, Holly was an afterthought. What happened is my mom, when she was a little girl, she read the book. Do you guys know the book Heidi? It's a book, Heidi. It's about a little girl in the Swiss mountains. And she read this book and she fell in love with the name Heidi. And she was always going to have a little girl by the name of Heidi. And
Okay.
and
Yeah, what happened?
I was a twin. And
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, so my twin sister's name is Heidi, and they needed to have a girl's name. They wanted a girl's name that started with H. And so it was either Heather or Holly, and I looked more like a Holly than a Heather, so that's why I was named. Basically, I was named this name because they needed to have a name that sounded close to Heidi. So that's why I have it. So anyway,
Oh,
it's always fun to hear these kind of stories. So
yeah, always. And then what does holly mean? It has a particular meaning?
yeah. Actually, I don't think they considered this when they named me, but holly is actually a Christmas word. and it's actually a leaf. It looks kind of like mistletoe. And see that the leaves are really prickly, and the holly berries are poisonous. So I'm prickly and poisonous. So,
Okay, holly berries is a fruit.
yeah, no, it's poisonous.
Okay.
Poisonous. So it would be dangerous to eat. But they have this bush around the U.S., various places, and people will use this as a decoration at Christmas.
Yeah, why would they have chosen a poisonous fruit
I don't know.
to get their homes decorated with? Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's because I don't have a clue why, but it's a traditional fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why would they name somebody a prickly leaf with poison fruit, poison berries? So anyway, Caesar, tell us, what is your first memory?
I'm not sure about it. Well, maybe it is my first memory, or maybe it is an invasion of my mind. Well, when I was a little boy, I don't know, I was 2 or 3. My family and I went to a beach of vacation, and I remember, um, I don't remember the beach, but I remember the travel, the trip. Yeah, I remember I was in a car with my family. So I'm not sure. As I told you, I'm not sure if it is my first memory or it is an invention of my.
Of yours.
Uh-huh.
So do you remember the road trip?
The road trip, yeah.
The road trip to the beach. Okay, remember, be careful about this word, because this word is a danger word in English for non-native speakers. Okay, because if you don't say it right, you could say a bad word. Okay, so you've got beach, eat, like eat, beach. Okay, because you don't want to say this word. It's bitch, which I won't even write. But so be careful about saying. Try to make sure that the ea is the e sound. Beach, beach,
Beach.
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 Yeah. Okay. Because the other word that people might hear if you don't say it right is this, and you're almost halfway to that word.
Okay, so I went to the beach for vacation.
Yeah. Son of a gun, Aaron. Very good. I went to the beach for vacation. Yes. Okay, Olga. What is your first memory?
My first memory is when I was a child, about 3 years old or 4, and we lived in a community. Uh, we had a kitchen for everybody. For example, the first floor we had just only one kitchen, and who wanted to cook, they came to that kitchen. So it was a kind of hostel community. And I was wearing a yellow skirt, and I was dancing all the time lambada. Do you know this song?
So you were dancing all the time where?
No, the song, the dance lambada.
I think so. I think I know it.
Yes. Um, you can Google it and
Yeah.
try to find it. And everybody liked me because I was wearing this short yellow skirt, and I was dancing all the time.
Uh-huh.
This-
And how old were you again?
I was about 3-4 years.
Uh-huh. Okay. Awesome.
Honestly to say, I wasn't brave when I got older, like 10, 12 years, 15. I was very shy. But
Uh-huh.
at that age, I was really brave.
Brave. Yeah, okay. So you had no fear when you were 3 years old. So
Yes, exactly.
that's great. That's great. And Aaron, how about you? What is your first memory?
Well, I can remember going to the kindergarten maybe when I was 3 years old, and I remember being on a car and looking through the window, and I was able to look at my little school with the long iron bars like in the wall.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, this kind of a memory I have. Then maybe when I was 4, I
Uh-huh.
remember going also to my different school, kindergarten also.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a different place. We set out to other place, and well, that that is quite my first memory, as I remember.
Was heading. Yeah, I want to go over some vocabulary with you on that one. In American English, kindergarten is either daycare or preschool. In
Okay.
British English, you actually you did say it right. It is kindergarten in British English, but in American English, it's daycare or preschool. Just to let you know, just in case somebody questions you on that one. But some people might say daycare or preschool for that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Preschool. Okay.
Preschool, yeah. Preschool is usually 3 and 4. Kindergarten in the States, kindergarten is age 5, and that's when you learn to read. It's right before you go to school, right before you start the first grade. And then daycare is anywhere from age 0 to age 12, where you go and you they babysit you, and they take care of you. So,
Okay.
yeah. And my first memory, it's kind of a weird one because my mom was trying to put my sister and I into the bathtub, and I guess we didn't want to go, so we ran off and we ran outside, and so I'm thinking we did not have any clothes on, and we were about 2 or 3. And I remember my brother, who was he's 5 years older, so he would have been about 7 or 8. He was riding his bicycle down the street, and I remember him pretending like he didn't know me. So, but that's one of my very first memories is running off from mom. So, and I think it was hard for her because she had the 2 of us. So.
Yeah.
Twins. So my sister's getting paid back now because she has twin boys. So anyway.
Yeah,
So
like a pretty tough job being
yeah,
alone with 2 girls. Yeah.
yeah. She had 3 older brothers. She had when my sister and I were born. She had a 2.5-year-old son, a 4.5-year-old son, and then a 7-year-old son. So she had she had 5 kids total. So. She was a very busy lady, and I would never want to be her. So, next one, Olga, what is your best memory of childhood?
The best memory, nothing comes to my mind. I just can tell you about the funniest memory from my childhood.
Okay.
The funniest memory of my childhood. I was trying to um, to teach how to learn how to ride the bicycle. And I could ride the bicycle, but I was afraid to turn left or to turn right. And
Mhm.
when I had to turn right or left, I just let the bicycle go without me. I was jumping from the bicycle, and
Oh.
I was breaking this bicycle. I have a brother, and it was his bicycle. I was always breaking his bicycle,
Oh,
and
wow.
he had to repair it after me.
Uh-huh.
So it was really crazy.
That's funny. So when you get to the street where you had to turn, you would jump off the bicycle and let the bicycle go.
Yes, jump off the bicycle, just let the bicycle go. But when I came first to the United States, it was 6 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and it was like an student exchange program, work and travel.
Uh-huh.
And I lived in Naples, Florida, and there were not public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to, I didn't have any other options besides to buy a bicycle
Mm-hmm.
and to learn how to ride it and to get to my job.
Okay, so you
So
learned
in
you
case, yes, and if eventually I learned how to ride a bicycle. But it's really important when you and how you are you motivated. So if you are really motivated, you can achieve any goals and do whatever you have
Mhm.
to do. So
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so you first went to Florida, which is
yeah,
warm right now, by the way. Um,
yeah, 6 years ago.
okay.
Then I went back home and
Yeah. And became a travel agent. Then you came
yes,
back to the States.
yes.
Are you studying now?
Um, I didn't have the visa, by the way. I got the confirmation of my student visa,
Mm-hmm.
and the next semester I'm gonna be enrolled and be a normal student. But this semester, this fall, I was allowed just to come to class and be present and just practice a little bit English and just
Oh.
try to get used to what they talk and how they talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All
But
right.
from January, I'm gonna start studying, hard
Mhm.
studying.
Excellent. Excellent. That's great. All right. Aaron, how about you? What is your first memory? No, your best memory of childhood, or your funniest, or
Okay, I never thought about it. What would be? Maybe when I was one day I was kind of playing with a girl, like my age. Maybe we were 6 years old,
uh-huh.
6 years old, and like we get along pretty quickly,
Mm-hmm.
quite quickly, and we were just playing like in a garden
Mm-hmm.
that was right below my my apartment, if I can say.
Mm-hmm.
And I got I got in love, but it was the same uh,
Oh,
emotion between each other.
your first crush.
Yeah, crush. Yeah,
Yeah.
I must learn a little bit of this crush. Yeah,
Yeah. Your
and
first.
yeah, and
Do you know
we
where she
were.
is now?
No, I never knew about it. Um, After that place we were living
Mm-hmm.
on, but it was like an hour or so we were playing there.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
she was a little a pretty girl, I really liked
Liked her a lot.
much.
So,
Yeah, I didn't know where she went after that.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. How fun. That's a fun memory. That's great. Cesar, how about you? What is your best memory of childhood?
I have to be honest, this is a tough one.
Oh, okay.
I guess it is well, I feel nostalgia about the evenings when the afternoons and the evenings when I played with my friends and neighbors in the street.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Uh,
It's something kids can't do as much anymore.
yeah, so I guess it is my best memory of childhood.
Uh-huh. Okay,
When
cool.
when I remember my childhood, in my memory, in my mind, it is all.
It's playing with the kids, playing with
Yeah.
your friends.
Mhm.
Yeah. And mine actually is very similar to yours, Cesar. I had an absolutely wonderful childhood. My parents were just great. But the thing I remember about my childhood is I really wanted to be a a girly girl. I wanted to be the type of girl who um, was the fashion model type girl and who cooked and I mean just the real girly girl. But I had three older brothers, and my sister was a tomboy. Okay, and a tomboy is a girl that likes to play boy games. She likes to play with the boys. She was a tomboy, and so I had my two. I have three older brothers, but two of them and my sister were always wanting to play football and basketball, and they needed a fourth. And even though I didn't want to play, they always would pull me in. So I played basketball and football and baseball and soccer and kickball and all these games with my brothers and my sister. And that's one of my best memories of childhood. But I remember not wanting to do it. But then having fun. And to this day, I cannot play basketball with women. I play it better with guys because my brothers taught me how to play basketball. So very similar to yours. Only yours with instead of siblings with friends, right? Neighbor kids. So. All right, next one. Do you remember your first boyfriend or girlfriend? So, Aaron, you remember yours.
Yes,
Your
of
first crush.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was I was in second grade, and I made the mistake and told him I love him. And after that, I never he avoided me after that. So
What did you did?
I
What did
told him
you
I,
do?
I, I told him I love you.
Okay, and he got terrified.
Yeah, it terrified him, so he never he we were no longer boyfriend or girlfriend again after that. So Olga, we were 8, I guess. We were the third grade. So Olga, how about you?
Yes, I remember my first boyfriend uh, when I was 14. But I was educated very. My parents were strict,
Uh-huh.
and I actually didn't um, had friends like boys, and it was the first time when I had boyfriend, and at that time I was playing the guitar, and I didn't tell my parents that I have a boyfriend. So he
Mm.
came to me, he brought his guitar, and I said that, oh, it's just friend who teaches teaches me
Mm-hmm.
play guitar. So and we were uh, and dating and playing guitar, so all together.
Okay. So, but that your parents did not know that you guys were going out.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They of course understood at the end, but from the beginning they thought that just friend who teaches me how to play the guitar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my parents were like that as well. They didn't allow us to date until we were 16. So.
The reason why the parents were against they going out with this boy, because when they tried to find out information about him, and they found out that he had bad grades at school and he is not a good guy at school, and they said, no, Oля, please stop doing this. So it's not a good guy for you. So
Oh, okay.
if you want to play guitar, if you want just to learn something, it's okay. It's up to you. It's your choice, but nothing more.
Yeah. All right. All right, Cesar, how about you? Do you remember your first boyfriend or girlfriend?
Of course, I remember. Well, I was 7 or 8.
7 or 8, okay.
But it was I don't know, just a game, I guess.
Yeah, at that age it always is.
But I really feel I really felt something special for the girl. But it was just like discovering what it is love about.
Yeah.
But it was a nice relationship, if we can call it
a relationship. Yeah, exactly. So
like that.
yeah. My niece, who is 6 years old, came into my office probably last week, and she looked at me and she said, "Holly, do you know I have a crush on somebody?" And she is experiencing her first crush right now. And the boy's name is Anthony, and he was the former neighbor who he goes to their church and he rides her bus to school. And she's just now she's told everybody, and so she has completely enamored. Do you guys know that word, enamored?
No.
I hope I spelled it right. Enamored is basically, it talks about him, thinks about him, just it's totally her first crush. So to be enamored for somebody is to just always thinking and talking about that person all the time. So it was cute when she told me, though. Okay, it looks like we're running out of time. We were going to go through all these questions, and I guess I spent too much time on the first page. We've got school, work, family. Let's go through some questions on miscellaneous. So Olga, have you lived in many different places?
I just lived in my hometown. Then I moved to the city where I lived 10 years. And now I moved to United States.
Okay, so just 3 times. How about?
Yeah, I don't know if it's considered many times or many different ways.
I would say to me it's not considered many times, but yeah, it depends on the person. So how about you, Cesar? Have you lived in many different places?
Yes. The first 15 years of my life, I lived in a town, in a small town, and after that, I have lived in Chihuahua. That was the city I was born in. I was born in.
The one dog town.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I hope that's not offensive. But Chihuahua, okay.
No problem.
So you've lived in basically 2 towns.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. And how about you, Aaron? Have you lived in many different places?
Not really. I just been outside for a couple of months when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Those trips that in which your parents takes the family out in order to visit some, in this case, some relatives.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it was we went to the my mother's sister's house. It was in the countryside,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we spent there like 2 months, and we've made these trips, these travels about like 3 or 4 times, like yeah, like one trip by year when I was 8, up to when I was 10 years old.
Okay, so you'd say once a year,
Yeah, once a year. Yeah,
until I was 8, or from the time I was 8 until I was
yeah.
16. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And okay, all right. And then so I am the one where Olga, I said that you have not lived very many places. Um, I have lived in 14 different places.
14.
Most of them were from when I was growing up, but I've also lived in a lot of places from as an adult as well. So, um, uh, I don't know why. I just have. It's just opportunities present itself. For me, the longest I've ever lived anywhere was in Tampere, Finland.
What were the main reasons for to do
Um,
that?
when I was younger, when I was a child, when I was really young, my dad saw opportunities as a real estate broker to sell the house and make money off of it. And then my mom would want to move here or there because of the schools or whatever reason. And then when I got older, my parents had kind of like a midlife type crisis with their career, and so we moved for financial reasons. And then as an adult, it's just been because of opportunities. So that I've moved from place to place. But I think the longest I've lived in any one town was 11 years. So the average is about 2 to 3 years. So, and it's just a way of life people get used to, I guess. So.
Yeah. Have you ever had a boyfriend reason to move from one place to the other?
I've never moved because of a boyfriend. No.
Okay.
That's never been a reason. In fact, I lived in Finland for so long. I had a lot of people ask me if the reason I was there was because of a Finnish man, and I really wanted to be able to say yes, but it was not.
Okay.
So most people thought that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like we're at the end of the class, and so if you guys are still awake in a couple of hours, I'll be teaching another class it'll be a reading exercise with a PDF form about mineral water, drinking mineral water. Otherwise, sleep well. I know you guys are later than me. For me, it's only 9 p.m., so 10 p.m. So
Okay.
have a
Thank
great
you
day.
a
Thank you for
lot.
your participation.
Thank you a
Okay,
lot.
thank
Thank you,
you.
teacher.
See you
Bye.
later.